less than I will. Skin like Jesus, sick of bullshit preachers, concerned with the aborted fetus, don't give a fuck who feeds us. Speak so tedious, and Abraham breeders, while they still have the Louimas. Slaves since days of Julius Caesar. Mans need to dominate, overshadows need to breathe. Pray to your pagan gods while you twisting all them trees. Scrape these, don't prove what you believe. Your blind faith passed to your seeds. Kill the garden type weeds, turn around and blame it on me. While you blame me for blemishing a family tree. I love root all of humanity. Who you pray to? My God, the black God. Who you pray to? My God, the brown God. Who you pray to? My God, the white God. Your reaction's kinda odd for a kid who doesn't lie. Who you pray to? My God, the black God. Who you pray to? My God, the brown God. Who you pray to? My God, the white God. Your reaction's kinda odd for a kid who doesn't lie. Sick of true blasphemy, religion, pure alchemy, your gold lost no lead streets. Blessed are the meek who reek in honesty. True green line botany. They hogging me for high top of food chain, deciding who to blame for each and every heartless act. Weight of elements exact, I retain no tact. To speak the pure fact, mixed with blood, you split tongue, collapsed lung, only help to breathe diseased atmosphere. Expect me to adhere to your bullshit code of silence. Speak to dawn of violence, this ain't no man's an island. I watch the youth, the kids is wildin'. Who you pray to? My God, the black God. Who you pray to? My God, the brown God. Who you pray to? My God, the white God. Your reaction's kinda odd for a kid who must have lied. Who you pray to? My God, the black God. Who you pray to? My God, the brown God. Who you pray to? My God, the white God. Your reaction's kinda odd for a kid who must have lied. Who you pray to? My God, the black God. Who you pray to? My God, the brown God. Who you pray to? My God, the white God. Your reaction's kinda odd for a kid who must have lied. Who you pray to? My God, the black God. Who you pray to? My God, the brown God. Who you pray to? My God, the white God. Your reaction's kinda odd for a kid who must have lied. Who you pray to? Force besides, grin upon my last smile. Spit concrete vowels, spit volumes on this child. Force besides, grin upon my last smile. Spit concrete vowels, spit volumes on this child. Force besides, grin upon my last smile. Spit concrete vowels, spit volumes on this child. Force besides, grin upon my last smile. Spit concrete vowels. Essence of rose, it's a mess you believe to be real. Listen to Hendrix play backwards on real to real. This world lost its feel when art lost its class. Should've paid attention in class. Get fed or tipped up, disease is still a bastard. Ask for it all and receive the swift nil. Built on the ashes you burnt, place the urns along with the lessons I learned. I'm out of paradox, I am where you were before you was my victim. Breathe Clorox while I rock social unconscious. Tight shirt chisel. Force besides, grin upon my last smile. Spit concrete vowels, spit bodies on this child. Force besides, grin upon my last smile. Spit concrete vowels, spit bodies on this child. Force besides, grin upon my last smile. Spit concrete vowels, spit bodies on this child. Force besides, grin upon my last smile. Spit concrete vowels. Context of disease cortex, search for more sex and violence. Who's met with ill silence, childhood idols, the hard of third world tyrants. Reviving, sending core, who these you adore. Lost in urban lore, cleanse perception's doors. Respect that feel law, existence. I had to exit poor. Force besides, grin upon my last smile. Spit concrete vowels, spit volumes on this child. Force besides, grin upon my last smile. Spit concrete vowels, spit volumes on this child. Force besides, grin upon my last mile. Spill concrete vibes, divine is always child. Force besides, grin upon my last mile. Spill concrete vibe, concrete vibe.
Considered 6 to bless, minus 55 in thousands. 2 scream for fiction as they laughing. 33rd degree, new continents we mapping. Ask what happened as I bleed my vocal orifice. We breathe too much nonsense. Too much nonsense. 33rd degree, new continents I'm mapping. Yo, I'm asking what happened. 33rd degree, new continents I'm mapping. Yo, I'm asking what happened. 33rd degree, new continents I'm mapping. Yo, what the fuck happened? 33rd degree, new continents I'm mapping. Yo, I'm asking what happened. 33rd degree, new continents I'm mapping. MCs, what happened? 33rd degree, new continents I'm mapping. DJs, what happened? 33rd degree, new continents I'm mapping. B-boys, what happened? 33rd degree, new continents I'm mapping. Rap artists, what happened? 33rd degree, new continents I'm mapping. Yo, my culture, what happened? 33rd degree, new continents I'm mapping. Yo, what the fuck happened? 33rd degree, new continents I'm mapping. Yo, I'm asking what happened? 33rd degree, new continents I'm mapping. Yo, what happened? 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 The fuck happened?
Blocks the breath, topple under their bleeding feet. Whence the stabbing pain and left blow his mighty swords and sheath. Source of all life lies in east. The source of all life lies in east. Feel the rumble of them bomb trains, third rail from beneath. I walk with tattered scrolls on these ill lonely streets. Babble last two-tongue, could give a fuck where you're from. Travel torn paths, swung this pendulum. Now my thread of life's come undone. Remember back when Lucy's weighed a ton? Now every kid's got one. Dipped the platinum, bathed in aggression. Succumb to last temptation. Lord stole my patience. Feast the last basket. Africa is human nation. Lyrics laced with ocean minerals, the mental reservoir. The world in ill discord. Pray to ancient ancestors. Pray to ancient ancestors. Flatness, dry law, microphones and 12. Easy organized or till we stop the verse. Focus one to down. I remember hip hop. That's my mouth line. Bygones be bygones, so many souls worn thin. My world lies in famine. I wander with kinsmen, invisible slums of ignorance. Wash my hands in pool of absolution. You born with torn blank for the revolution. Quite useless to shut one's eyes once realized. You glide through this darkness of all on this solemn crusade to save the only gift I got gave. The curse is man-made, designed to turn blessed slaves. Forgave the weak-minded 2 weeks in the journey. Again traveled untraveled, road on straight knee. Broke bread with those bums who tore speech. In the attempt to reach nirvana, you poor karma, none karma. In old age, young sage, turn page on brittle text. There's no time left. What must I stress? Demons colorless, infest our own earth. Immersed in tainted dirt, could never quite quench my own thirst for ancient drums. There lies a language in the noise and the hum. Prepare for martyrdom, prepare for martyrdom. martyrdom. I speak that ancient tongue. There lies the language in the noise and the hum. Fat mix and growler, microphones and 12. Teach you normal idol. Niggas got the verse, focus when the down. I remember hip-hop, that's my mouth's high on. Lost equilibrium, wish I found the 85. Verbal vagabond, blessed for being blind. Etch my paradigm in Sanskrit at age 9. So why these kids swear to God I'm unrefined? Still swift with sacred liquid language. Poor as fuck but seem to manage. Non-average urban savage. You live in lavish when this world is pure survival. Best your eye the corners of your mind to sitting idle. Breathing air is vital. You pray to force idols. No feelings in recitals when you only search for titles. You feel so suicidal, but could it give you joy? For elements of this is only for the angels, it will defeat your mode. I told you time before not to expect the world from out who hates the world. I burn your flag unfurl, propel my anger past rage. What you thought was phase is the air to my everyday. I raise a fist against your rusty cannons, abandon my every shred of decency. Devise plan to topple politicians in vicinity. Your ideas of liberty archaic. You took freedom and enslaved it. I don't portray the role of revolutionary, just slice the jugular of society on a Tuesday. While crews play cypher freestyle, I listen to miles with a birdie smile, linking scrolls in exile. If the time intense, my headset bent the next. You post no breath behind the ears, it's still wet. Whole type of stereotypes like Newport cigarettes. Ripples as pets and bootleg mixed cassettes. If the time intense, my headset bent the next. You post no threats, that's my mind, you slept. Expect no friend from this form I took. You mistook me as one of your own. I bleed words of the Griots of poems. Lonely wanderer, there's no one amongst thieves. There's more than amongst MCs. Who needs enemies with friends like these? Quick to dead impulse for that Maltese mic. But where the Canaanites performing pagan rites. At twilight as last of the embers glow bright. What can sense the looseness when things were once tight? I prefer reciting prose over compositions by right.
Recite. They impolite neophytes, so trite.
If a child intense, my headset bend the next. You post no threat, behind the ears is still wet. Whole type of stereotypes like Newport cigarettes. Pitbulls as pens and bootleg mixed cassettes. If a child intense, my headset bend the next. You post no threat, behind the ears is still wet. Whole type of stereotypes like Newport cigarettes. Pitbulls as pens and bootleg mixed cassettes. If a child intense, my headset bend the next. You post no threat, behind the ears is still wet. Whole type of stereotypes like Newport cigarettes. Pitbulls as pets and bootleg mixed cassettes. I bend my anger on all angles. We strangled angels if they let me. Suspected time populace in attempts to suppress me. Left empty when all I trusted rusted thin. Able to see true layers. Undefined tongue I spoke to familiar strangers. Now seems even stranger. Cradled that blue baby in his manger until I grew too weak to utter lies. Stomach filled with roaches, not butterflies. I sever ties with all of you who despise me. Welcome to the truth, undefined reality.
flesh, content in simple earthly pleasure, meaning only in breath you censor. Walk amongst the blessed, digress into false posture to assume role of co-walker. I seek my lost muse. What must she feel right this instant? Does my name even bring about vague, distant memories? Blurry, bloodshot eyes scan that familiar candlelit room. I am consumed by these questions, all too often upon my sad, weary tongue. Perhaps she will visit me here again someday, only to find I am not the one she remembers. If she even remembers. Smoke rises to a heaven I do not know. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Black smoke rises to a heaven I do not know. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Black smoke rises to a heaven I do not know. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Why question a life only borrowed? Smoke rises to a heaven I do not know. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Black smoke rises to a heaven I do not know. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Black smoke rises to a heaven I do not know. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Why quest to the life only borrowed? For my surroundings, without consent, grasp the hand of what man might be passing. Do you hold the book housing answers? Straight faced with laughter, only comprehends my plight after. Son, I must have burnt that chapter. I only want to recapture what was once mine. Nothing is yours. Shall I be lured upon the same crossroads as Robert Johnson? Only if you believe in myth. Smoke rises to a heaven I do not know. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Black smoke rises to a heaven I do not know. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Black smoke rises to a heaven I do not know. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Why quest to the life only borrowed? Why quest to the life only borrowed? Black smoke rises to a heaven I do not know. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Black smoke rises to a heaven I do not know. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Black smoke rises to a heaven I do not know. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Why quest to the life only borrow? Simply earthly pleasures when your own soul you censor. I lost all truth as I tread that winding road. What I feel eternal is the bliss of my quiet grief. I am but a distant memory. The candle of thought long has been extinguished. No man has no answer. Let me rest this sad weary tongue, my only true possession. Black smoke rises to a heaven I do not know. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Black smoke rises to a heaven I do not know. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Black smoke rises to a heaven I do not know. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Black smoke rises to a life I do not know. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Smoke rises to a heaven I do not know. Black smoke rises to a heaven I do not know. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Black smoke rises to a heaven I do not know. Black smoke rises to a heaven I do not know. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Black smoke rises to a heaven I do not know. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Why quest to the life only borrowed? Black smoke rises to a heaven I do not know. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Black smoke rises to a heaven I do not know. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. Slowly gaze to take in our sorrow. smoke rises to a heaven I do not know. Slowly gaze to taking our sorrow. Slowly gaze to taking our sorrow. Black smoke rises to a heaven I do not know. Slowly gaze to taking our sorrow. While quest to the life only borrowed. 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 While quest to the life only borrowed.
With uncertainty, I ink my final thoughts on unlit locks. Niggas caught on heron odds, still at odds with false gods of archaic age. Angelic face rests with pain ignites my flame. Your mundane daily life amazes me, such complacency. Tattered city, once brimming with life, now sits abandoned. Some feel these thoughts too random. I hand them their empty heads as main course to Da Vinci's Last Supper. As they sit and wonder, abundant sun pours over old steel and bricks, feeling my aching eyes till they split. I felt my earth shift, contorted twists. Lift heavy proud of you, what happened to my tiny corner of dirt? Worth the soul too old to care, as despair builds thick amongst my people. From burnt steeples, hear distant toll bells. Ancient tongue swells as one lumbers with prenatal language. Manage a coarse throaty mumble to convey how this earth crumbles. I tumble close to where I've been a million times before. Free to ignore pain which pounds at human temples. Resemble less of a man and more of the dirt I tread on. Truth I fed on.
So that we would be denied the knowledge of who we are. This was taken out of the history book several centuries ago. And of course it has not been put back as yet. Truth crushed to earth will rise again. You can't hide truth forever.
To my trampled brethren, heaven won't accept you. Either you or it don't exist. Consider that a gift as we walk through that mist-filled valley. Vulnerable souls tell tales of ill proportions. Scorching rise, soothing moon, soon to dim. My travels at an end, life ends in the dark. Jagged cross sticks, manhandled the scripture in art. Picture your Christ as blind and blue-eyed. His mind resides within confines of empty glass bottle. Rob the view, I wobble past society and rest my head on curb of reality. If only for a nap, to gasp for that which we lack. Remain trapped within these three dimensions. Mention I one step past, now viewed as insane. Train human pets, scurry the cubicles for food pellets. Next funeral for those who think his thoughts are relics. I smell this viscous odor on each face I meet. Seems humanity reached peak in 20th century. My jaded eyes strain to see through a smoke-filled room. Consumed by books who speak of our past, and last begin to piece together our beginnings. With few fleeting seconds till I end. Quickly cross that bridge you see what's on the other shore. It's law magnetic in our drunken minds. Poor feeble shell hoping for so much more. Left entranced by ancient dance of emptiness. Few are the blessed who feed on truth's breast.
So that we would be denied the knowledge of who we are. This was taken out of the history book several centuries ago. And of course it has not been put back as yet. Truth crushed to earth will rise again. You can't hide truth forever. Truth may seem that it's forever on the scaffold. scaffold sways the future, and behind the dim unknown stands God amidst the shadows, keeping watch above his own.
like underground groups is more gearing themselves towards getting themselves onto MTV and trying to get the big dollars. I mean, and like real hip hop was never about that.
Such madness, I grasp that elusive real. You believe to know those surrounding your visual. So typical of life to slap me to humiliate. Left irate, I rely only on my hidden trace to stay the tide. All is mine to lose in my mind, although I've already lost all. I am appalled by these very friendly sights. I remain polite in proper society. They view me as the sewer. My yesterdays don't matter now, they're gone. The careless expression left my wrist torn. Yesterday's don't matter now, you're gone. Shattered glass of empty bottles cut my palms. Saturated thoughts of you weigh so heavy on a mind so weary. Always thought we'd have plenty. Never thought I'd be here now without she who breathes for me. I gasp for that life. Oh, to lay my head amongst some curves. Oh, to speak those words. Stare from broken window, eyes fixed upon your symbol. I suppose all things do pass. Risk raising glass, white light at last gathers at feet caked in earth. My movement submerged by thickness and words. I've laid my head amongst your curves. I've grown too old for your tone of voice to scold. Attempt evils untold. I fold when you laugh again. I smile when I'm dead. My yesterdays don't matter now, they're gone. Your careless expression left my wrist torn. Yesterday's don't matter now, you're gone. Shattered glass of empty bottles cut my palms. Does that keep you content? My blood flows a velvet red into that familiar stream of tears. With passion I spit upon that empty face. Were you disgraced when I broke your sacred circle? I must admit I was afraid this world would hurt you. You hurt me. Past to speak before an instant, now gone without one trace. What is it about my vocal pattern which leaves me speaking to self? Ugly blood pours from a warm heartfelt vase. Flowers scattered on a cold stone floor, connect nevermore. I'm torn by my lack of emotions and plenitude of tears. Callous heart hurts, none yet weeps. Am I dead, Lord? Am I dead? My yesterdays don't matter now, they're gone. Careless expression left my wrist torn. Yesterday's don't matter now, you're gone. Shattered glass and empty bottles cut my palms. What happened to the times we spent dreaming of days to come? So invincible then. Before these times I learned to bleed. On my knees I prayed for us. As what we were slipped between my fingers. Those memories still linger. Permeates. It's not idiosyncrasies which leave us ill. I wish to build, yet it seems all I touch dies. Endless drone of sighs to convince this world we exist. Loveless bliss, content just to be spent at night's end. Fish for your reasons in the sea of ignorance. As if in trance succumb to an ageless waltz of thought. Why were we caught together only to fall apart. Yesterdays don't matter now, they're gone. Careless expressing, left my wrist on. Yesterdays don't matter now, you're gone. Shattered glass of empty bottles cut my palms. I gaze upon you one final time. I only gaze to truly know what was once mine. I toast with final swig of liquid life. Lay my head amongst familiar curves and forever close my eyes. Will she sing that E minor hymn for those of us who sin, for those of us who sin within? Dirty sanctum became brethren's anthem. Jesus Christ, the black man walks the earth still. forgot to speak the real. Struggle space not still, I appeal to nil. Never one, not one, none. Vibrate ways to contest my thought. Best to talk, why question my heart? Vibrate ways to contest my thought. Best to talk, why question my heart? Vibrate ways to contest my thought. Best to talk, why question my heart? Vibrate ways to contest my thought. Best to talk, why question my heart? Somebody raise an Amara. Darkness exposed to every soul's flaw. I forever remain raw, unpolished, drunk of knowledge and knowing I'm dumb. Now remain unsung, but in the eyes stays numb. We all shall succumb to eternal sleep. For now I just yaw, and speak on ill gutter beats. Watch falling leaves, walk on knees, down gravel path, vocalize on never tap. And vocal path towards inner non-linear. Play head monk sinner, solitude born winner. Of all the visual surroundings, kept my bearings gone grounded. Liquid language kept frozen 40 ounces. I'm a graduate, discussing contradicting paths. Amplify brainwaves to contest my thought. Best to talk, why question my heart? Amplify brainwaves to contest my thought. Best to talk, why question my heart? Amplify brainwaves to contest my thought. Best to talk, why question my heart? Amplify brainwaves to contest my thought.